Welcome to Catapult.
Welcome to Catapult.
Welcome to Catapult.
Hi, welcome to Catapult. I'm CT or XJ. When the recruiting agency came to me one day and told me that Catapult is seeking a sports scientist in China, and asked if I was interested, I was overwhelmed. It's like a dream job. On one hand, I'm able to work with top teams here, and on the other hand, I'm able to work with the smartest minds in the sports industry of the world.
I joined Catapult in December 2018, which seems so long ago now, and I specifically remember choosing Catapult because of three main reasons. The first was I'm a big sports fan, and working in the sports industry was an awesome opportunity. The second was I saw that the company was trying to scale, so moving from a very startup-oriented culture into something that could service a global customer footprint. And lastly, the thing that got me the most was it was a company that centered its solutions on technology and data, which I think is just absolutely fantastic.
I joined Catapult because I've always been really passionate about sports, so I grew up competing and I wanted to be with an elite company that's really dedicated to improving the performance of athletes and teams.
My favorite thing about working at Catapult is probably people and sports. If I look at the people I work with day to day are some of my best friends, and the teams we work with are just teams that have had my childhood heroes forever. So that really inspires you when you're trying to solve a problem with a team or trying to solve a problem with your own team, but it's related to like real world athletes and heroes who are currently on the TV, and sometimes you're just sitting on the couch in the weekend watching sports and an athlete scores a goal and takes off his top and it's a Catapult vest underneath, and you just get a sense of pride for kind of working here.
What I enjoy most about working here is, one, I've had the benefit of being here for a long time and seeing the market and the technologies evolve and how we can use macro technology innovations and apply them to solve problems for our customers. Our customers have been great, and they've really come along on the journey with us. And along the way, there's been a lot of great customers that have been with us for multiple decades. There's been a lot of great people that I've worked with. And so there's new challenges every day, and even though I've been here for 20 some odd years, it's not stale, it's not old, it's constantly evolving, and there's new challenges around every corner.
So for me, it's really important to work for a company that has a very clearly defined vision and purpose, and Catapult has that. The people here are pretty incredible. Like, the culture we have is pretty special, I think. And when you have colleagues that are also your friends outside of work, that makes work 1,000 times better every day.
My advice to new joiners would be get to know the business and get to know it by getting to know the people. We are a good size where you can literally just Slack someone or flick an email and you'll get a response, which is awesome. Make connections globally and not just locally. So sometimes the time zones become an issue, but having an understanding of how other people operate outside of the region just means we're solving problems in a very sustainable manner.
I think a successful person at Catapult is ambitious, someone who always puts their hand up for things, someone who's honest and says what they want. Embody the company values, be candid, be ambitious, be intelligent, and be accountable.
Starting early on, it's great if you can just start to create relationships with your coworkers and branch out too. I think you should reach out to as many people in the company as you can and just learn from them.
So I really don't think there's a certain type of person. You don't need to be a certain type of person to thrive at Catapult, but you just need to be someone who's ready to throw themselves into the deep end. No doubt when you get started, the learning curve will be super steep, but there's going to be plenty of opportunities along the way to really take hold of your own development, take hold of your role, and take advantage of the accountability and the autonomy that you will be given in your day-to-day work.
So the great thing about being at Catapult is that you can have a massive impact, both internally and externally, in terms of people's improvement. And I mean that internally with staff that you're working with, constantly challenge each other to get better, but certainly for our customers and working with them to try to get their teams and their athletes to perform at their peak level.
So I think Catapult's in quite a special position that it's a leading company in its field. It's got a global footprint, we've got offices around the world, but we're still a relatively small company at a relatively early stage of development. So actually, you will have opportunities to influence beyond those things, into other teams, into other projects and across regions. And I think that's a really exciting part of working at Catapult.